When you feel under attack, when the world feels chaotic or your rivals are closing in, your first instinct is to retreat. You want to shut the door, turn off your phone, and build a fortress to keep the world out. You think that in isolation, you are safe. But in the game of power, a fortress is just a fancy word for a prison. By cutting yourself off, you aren't protecting yourself. You're cutting off your supply of information, your allies, and your visibility. You become a sitting duck. Today, we read breaking down Law 80 of the 48 Laws of Power. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. We're going to show you why standing strong means being at the center of the storm, not hiding from it. Why is Law 18 built on the foundation of standing strong? Because true strength is connectivity, not exclusion. Weakness is the fear that exposure will destroy you. A person who builds a fortress is someone who doesn't trust their own ability to navigate the world. Strength is being a hub. It's having so many connections and so much intel flowing towards you that you see threats coming from miles away. Standing strong means being like an oak tree. The oak doesn't hide from the wind. It spreads its roots deep into the ground and its branches wide into the air. If you want to be unshakable, you need to be deeply embedded in your environment, not separated from it. Let's look at Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. He was the man who started the Great Wall, but his greatest mistake was the wall he built around himself. Terrified of assassins, he built a massive complex of palaces connected by secret tunnels. He made it a capital offense for anyone to reveal which room he was sleeping in. He became a ghost in his own empire. The result, because he was isolated, he had no idea his ministers were plotting against him. When he died on a journey, his advisors kept his death a secret for weeks, letting his body rot in a carriage, surrounded by bags of salted fish to hide the smell while they forged his will to kill his rightful heir. He died in a fortress of his own making, and his dynasty collapsed almost immediately. He was protected, but he wasn't standing strong. He was just hiding until he rotted. How do you apply this in 2026? You have to replace the fortress with the network. Be the social connector. Instead of staying home to protect your energy, host the event. Be the person who introduces people. When you are the one connecting others, you are the first to hear the news. 2. The porcupine defense. Stay in the crowd, but stay sharp. You do not need a wall if you have a reputation for being someone who is useful to allies and dangerous to enemies. 3. Transparency as a screen. Paradoxically, being visible can be a great way to hide your true intentions. Remember Law 3? If you are everywhere, people stop looking at you closely. Standing strong means you are comfortable being seen. You don't flinch under the gaze of others because your foundation is internal. You don't need a stone wall to feel secure. You have your own spine. Isolation makes you weird. It makes you lose touch with the vibe of the room. It makes you paranoid. Power thrives on circulation. It needs a constant flow of new people, new ideas, and new information. When you isolate, that flow stops and your power stagnates. Standing strong means being a man or woman of the people, even if you don't particularly like people. You circulate because it's strategic. You stay visible because it's safe. You stay connected because knowledge is the only armor that actually works. Are you building a wall or are you building a network? One keeps you safe, the other makes you powerful. Stand strong and stay in the mix. If this series is helping you navigate the complex world of power, hit that subscribe button. We are moving through the laws to ensure your foundation is unbreakable. Next time, we'll be looking at Law 19. Know who you re dealing with, do not offend the wrong person. Would you like me to show you how to read people like a book so you never accidentally start a war you and win? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.